I don't know what Scholar is for. I guess they can get more levels. I mean, I think it's for the EXP hungry people, right? The people who love their training projects. Or if you benched the monster and maybe you've decided you want to bring it out now that you have more deployment slots. Because this is when deployment slots go up. +2 deployment slots. We're at 14 now. So maybe it's for that. I think last map there was a hearty stew on the throne tile. Oh, whoops. Well, the whipjack stuff I don't care about, but the missing the throne tile stuff is unfortunate. I joined just in time for the Avande chapter. Hell yeah, Avande. I've been working on a tier list for this game as well. As someone who played both, which did you like more between Hag and CC? It depends on what you're looking for. Hag has the greatest story of any Fire Emblem. And its gameplay is quite good as well. But I think CC's gameplay is... As long as you are okay with, you know, the skill bloat emblem, I think CC's gameplay is to die for. It's like the best gameplay there is. But it's not going to be for everyone. If you don't like skill bloat, this is like a very break your brain with skills game. I don't like the story of CC. In fact, it was the only time I've actively felt like the story reduced my enjoyment of gameplay. That is not a popular opinion. It is in fact such an unpopular opinion that most people have been, you know, normal about it, but this is the internet we're talking about. But that, you know, that's the, I think the story is quite bad. So it sort of depends on what you're looking for and also what you enjoy, because, you know, you might come away liking the story or whatever. Wouldn't call it skill bloat. Most units have 1 to 2 skills, but it's skill heavy. I would call it skill bloat. Even with only 2 skills, I mean, even just 1 skill, most units have more complexity to them than the average, like... The thing is, right? Something like Fates or 3 Houses or whatever, where you have units that have 5 skills, those skills are all stuff like +2 damage on player phase, +5 damage when using an axe. Like, they're pretty simple to wrap your head around. And I don't think that's a problem. The most complex skill I mean, Engage has complexity with the rings. But in, like, Fates Engage Awakening, the most complex a skill can be is, like, every other turn, right? Otherwise, it's, like, has a very simple effect, has a very simple cause. Here, you've got shit like... This guy powers himself up with one weapon and then auto-astras with the other weapon. You got shit like 3 different songs to power up allies, but only on specific turns. And also causes passive stuff to happen. And also Draconic Hex and also Breath of Life, right? Most characters have 2 to 3 gimmicks as well. Like, Igo's kind of a bad example because he just has 1 gimmick, and his other gimmick is stats. But, like, you know, Auron has 2 skills and a personal weapon. John has a personal weapon and 2 skills, right? Chat, you build your own. Nerissa, I would say the ranks are one of her gimmicks. And Sapphorce, right? So, like, most people have 2 to 3 gimmicks, all confined in a singular unit. Like, look at Hagendire, right? He has 2 skills, but this is actually secretly 4 skills, because Versatile is 3 separate skills from each other that do different things. Ow. Oof. Ooh. Hold on, give me a second. Tooth. All right. Hagendire with the casual plus 86 skill. Yeah, I gave him auto grip as well, because I figured let's go all the way. So, the map gimmick is we need to launch our, we need to keep dragon veining, or we'll fucking die. But before that, we have 2 units to talk about. Let's start with Evande. I like Evande quite a lot. Evande is a ruin plate. This is an armored mage. So, like all armors, armors get Canto Plus in this. So she can move after attacking. Which is good, because if she attacks without moving, she gets a guaranteed critical. This is just a worse version of Rahesia's personal ability, but it's on a mage, right? Getting a crit with magic is basically a guaranteed kill. Crit with a sword depends. Evande is also just really fucking bulky. 22 defense with 55% growth, and the same for magic. Evande is the unit you put in range of a bunch of physical people, and they die and she doesn't. Cerulean Crescent is kind of lacking in tanks. You know, it's a similar thing that I said with Joe, where being able to tank is a very desirable attribute, and Evande has that in spades, plus player phase auto crit. And you might think like, well, not always auto crit. Yes, always auto crit, because 1 to 4 range weapon, if Evande ends up in a position where she can't kill someone with a 1 to 4 range weapon, then I feel like that's on you. Oh, and if you get the funny Meteor Tome as well, even better. Crit Siege Tomes, very funny. Like I said, it's a worse version of Rahesia's personal skill, which initially turned me off, but you gotta remember, critting with tomes is more powerful than critting with physical weapons, because you're already hitting a nearly non-existent defensive stat. And so to triple the damage is just even more bonkers. And Hail Strike can also potentially be used for enemy phasing. You know, 7 durability, I wouldn't recommend it, but it is a Siege Tome that attacks at 1 range, like mini Siege. I'm not sure what the 1 to 14 range thing is, like 14, 14, 1 to 4, weight 14. Is there a reason? Like, is there, like, 14, is that a reference to something? Because it's 14, 114, 1 to 4, and 14. 7 durability is half of 14. Like, this has to be something, but I don't know what it is. You aren't hitting res with her PRF? Well, you're not hitting res with her PRF, but you will with the magic. I guess that is also, like, it's a downside in terms of getting the crits, but it's an upside in terms of being able to choose which stat you go on. Her name is IV, which is the 4 gimmick. Oh. So then that's why everything's 14? Okay. I thought it might be like a reference to something with hail and 14 or whatever. Anyway, I think Evande is pretty good. I like the bulk probably more than the gimmicks, but the gimmicks are also pretty good. If you want a unit with gimmicks, like if you'd rather not have a straightforward bulky unit and want someone with gimmicks, Zio's got you covered though. Because Zio is our muse. He's sort of the opposite of Quilin. Because he functions in a similar way, to Quilin in the having to activate things by attacking twice to recharge, and then on the third turn it has the active effect, right? But his are all self-buff effects. And as such, they also have passive effects that affect him. So this is a spell that gets stronger over time. And its active effect is to boost his attack, give him the plus 10 attack status. This is a Nosferatu tome, and its active effect is to give him the plus defense and resistance status. And this is a Poison Strike tome, and its active effect is to give speed bonus. Prolonged Pain before the nerf, because before the nerf, Zeo just had infinite durability on his PRFs, and Prolonged Pain was just broken. It's still quite good. A 9 durability, 1 to 5 range Nos that you can activate on player phase to increase your bulk. There's just a turn you can choose to have him delete everything in sight. And because I'm not using fucking Basil of Baker Street, we could also just give him the dark magic, because he's a dark magic user. We could give him the dark magic Nosferatu. So, you know, that's another way to Nos tank. Oh, right. It has extra might equal to his lost HP. I forgot about that. When I saw the sprite, I thought he was a bard. He is a muse. He's basically a bard. He's also a trainee, which unfortunately means he can't just use a pay raise, but in 7 levels he gets a mount. So that's pretty cool. I imagine he'll be seeing some use in this run. I've not used him before, because the cast is you know, a lot of people and I just didn't have room. But I imagine this will be the first time. Anything I'm missing about him? Oh, right, we haven't even looked at his growths. Like, they're trainee coded, 13 magic at base, not great, but he has the highest magic growth in the game. I don't know. He seems alright, like, very trainee coded. Maybe we won't get long-term use out of him. 13 magic, 12 defense. He has that Nos, though. Like, he has that super Nos tank. 110 magic and HP. Yeah, the trainees all have 110 and 2 stats. They're all very min-maxed in terms of their growths. He's missing an I. Well, that's because his name is spelled Z-E-O, not Z-I-E-O. 1 to 5 sounds useful with Poison Strike. Yeah! But is it more useful than the other people we currently have? It depends. He has the highest magic growth in the game, applies to a lot of units in this run. I just beat the Justice Log map. Hell yeah, how'd you like it? Casual 71 crit. Hagen Dyer Gaming. People sleep on my boy. We got the auto crit. We got the auto crit. I'm not sleeping. We got the auto crit. I'm rest out on Francisca, apparently. I missed Francisca in my first playthrough, too. It's okay. I missed all of the first interlude side quests in my first playthrough. Hagendire can target res and is super fast. There's something he knew, especially because magic swords outside of wind have good might. Yeah, and wind is the one that boosts speed anyway, so it's not like I would want that on him. There we go, Zio. We'll flux you. Flame sword for Chip, light brand to just delete something. Well, I like that he can also do, like, he has live to serve as a unit whose combat is functional as well. Like, I think that's good. Live to serve on an actual combat unit as opposed to the 10,000, like, live to serve on fucking Mercedes or whatever. Casual 77 crit. He cheats the mortar gimmick in Endgame 1. Oh, true! Didn't even think of that. Oh, fuck, I meant to shove Ellerie. Alright. Evadne Hailstrike this person. This is, for anyone who didn't watch this morning's stream, I accidentally got the S-Rank axe on Lilac 2, who could not trade it to anyone real. So I just cheated it in. Say hello to the Gaozao. Evande value, she gets you the S-Rank axe. Hagendire is probably the unit that likes the telescope the most. Yvette has a ton of bows. Mince has 2 axes and some magic bows. And Tassel can maybe do it. I used it on Caligo, but I don't think he has the strength for it in reality. Like, in my playthrough I did it with Caligo, but I don't think that is, like, the correct thing to do. Tower is gonna dethrone Kyra and Aaron for best Chapter 1 0 growths. I mean, I don't think Aaron was ever in contention for that. I'm sorry to say. Kalugo might get use out of it, but he's also got light magic. I also don't necessarily think Mince wants 2 axes. Like, I think 1 at most. But yeah, I think Aaron in a Zero Growths context is a worse, you know, Chapter 1 unit than a lot of vanilla characters, if I'm being perfectly honest. There we go. We purge you. Consider this. I like Aaron. A lot of people like Aaron. I think a lot of people overrate her as a unit because they like her as a character. Stalk Prey? Is that Charm or Paragon? Charm is 6 damage, okay. Good to know. Oh, we get the Orin skill again, and the Igo skill! What the shit? John only needs Overwhelm. I remember the days where John 16 had a normal portrait. John 16 support build real. I always forget how tight the economy is. Well, I have a set of rare ores in the convoy I haven't sold. I forgot there was armories on this map, but I can easily sell it. Actually, Ellerie's on the other side, isn't she? That might not be as easy. Telescopo! worry, the economy's not that tight. You just gotta loot these houses. This map rocks. There's so much going on. We don't even really need to visit the armory, right? Because there's an interlude after this, I think. The early economy CC's tight, but by the end you have more than enough money. Part of it is also because by the end your units are so stupid broken that you don't need the expensive weapons, right? Okay, 27, 28, weapon triangle, so it's 25. Versus 8 plus 7 is 15, so 10, 12. Yeah, he lives if we get it, if we trade him a sword. Brave Lance you. As someone new to the hack, the FOMO is real. It is. It is. There's definitely some stuff you can skip out on getting early. But it always feels bad. Choice paralysis is the enemy. I don't remember if it's all the houses or if it only counts the 2 you have the option to pillage. Oh, if you don't pillage? Yeah. Good job, Dune. Alright, you have 10 AS, 26 attack. You have 12 AS, 9 to... Okay. So we trade you a sword. Okay, we can hail strike you. I have check Quillen in my current growth run, and she has 19 defense and res at level 15. Why is this allowed? She's so epic. I'm not getting my money's worth out of the hack if I don't do a perfect run. I don't know if you're joking or not, Luna, but that attitude makes me so sad if it's true. Don't torture yourself looking for the perfect run. Support unit with the potential to stat ball. Berwick Saga ranked run. Oh god, the Berwick Saga ranked run moment. The Orange Special! Get smacked. What if I don't recruit everyone, what am I even doing? You should be playing games to have fun. Is what you should be doing. 9 times 5 is 45. That's a kill. I forget to visit the temple in chapter 6 and I lost the fire emblem anyway. You lost the 13th emblem, the fire emblem? Crushing Bite the Spider. I'm a firm believer 3 houses sucks if you recruit everyone. I wish it was more restricted. I think that the recruitment should at least be restricted to New Game Plus. Because I agree. I think that from a themes and stories perspective, it just makes it feel a lot worse. I laugh in the face of your effective weapons. What about the cross-route romances? You could get them, you know, if it restricted it to only a certain number, right? You could still get the cross-route romances. I would be the person that uses the one-use iron weapon to kill the final boss. Okay, but that's funny, though. Like, at that point, it's a meme. Howdy, 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 dinguses. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, Grunkus Dunkus? Aren't then the paralogs exclusive to No Game Plus? No, again, I think that it should just be a restricted number. If you want a certain paralog, you go for that combination, but that doesn't mean you can't get the paralog. Okay, so we got you there. We got this squad up here to take care of. If we lightning you... I think we can set up a Seahawk flag moment. If we telescope the mage... No crits, never mind. Washed. Okay, and then we do this. Hagendire, you're Hagen fired. Bad unit back to F tier with you. My boy! Hey, if it makes you feel better, I've been drafting up the CC, my CC tier list, and just from his join map, Hagendire managed to crawl up to B tier in my estimation. So maybe I'm falling for the propaganda. I can't believe Crit Grandma continues to aura farm all those enemies with no stats. 100 hit with weapon triangle disadvantage. Rahesia says, fuck it. Why is she so goated? She's so fucking good. Alright, Seahawk flag you. I hate the split route stuff because Fates in 3 Houses kind of burned out the concept for me. Do you mean in this game or in general? Because I like the way that this game approaches it, but it's different from, like, the way that Fates in 3 Houses do, right? Mainline Effie. Yeah, having them so close together... Having them so close together certainly didn't help things. Let's split some men! This game just has, like, Radiant Dawn Army Split, but not bad. Yeah! It's got Tearing Saga Army Split is what I like to call that. His stats leave a bad first impression, then you remember the enemies don't have magical bulk, and he doubles. Thank you, Tearing Saga. Despite the fact that Tearing Saga is super fucking easy, I like it significantly more than most Fire Emblems. I'm curious how Fortune's Weave will shape out structurally. Me too. I'm hoping it's like the Radiant Dawn thing with 4 armies. I mean, my dream scenario would be Sonic 06. Where, in case you're not aware, the way that Sonic 06 works, there are, 4 campaigns. You have to, or there are 3 campaigns, you have to beat them all, and then you unlock the final campaign. And I think it would be really cool if that was how Fortune's Weave worked, with the 4 lords having 4 campaigns, and then giving you a, like, final one, which is how their stories, and they interact, they would allow them to, like, intersect with each other. That's how a lot of Sonic games work. Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I think I'll take the Remedy. I changed my mind. I'm indecisive. Multi-campaign's always fun. I want Effie to be like Sonic 06. I mean, look, Sonic 06 is a bad game. However, not everything in it is bad. It had, like, you know, these good, some good ideas. And I think the campaign thing was good. Let it never be said that I am an unfair judge of Sonic 06. Or, you know, you can say it if you want. You know, I'm not gonna stop you. Boost your speed, buddy boy. Alright, what skill we ditching? We want Dazzle, Frenzy, Weak Link, Shatter, Charm. Honestly, with Frenzy and Shatter, I think we don't need Dazzle. I think we basically already guarantee the enemy doesn't counterattack us because they fucking die. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. I pulled a 13-hour shift writing an essay. What's the essay on? What does the Sequoia House drop? It might be quality liqueur. Wait, you can visit Sequoia's house? Isn't this a kill boss map, though? Aren't fans working on debugifying Sonic 06? I don't know if it's what I heard of, but I know Project 06 is finished, which is like the fixed version of Sonic 06. This is kill all bosses. So if he's not the last boss you kill. Is Blaine... Who are the other bosses? Blaine is one. There's the two squad leaders. Oh, that guy down there. Okay. We'll just have to be extra careful. So we'll reset your timer. Nine, that's 45. That's a kill for Vermilion. Sonic 06. Blaine, you ended turn on a bad spot for you, buddy boy. Ivandi crit! You're all guilty by association, even the newcomers. Ivadne! Kill this person! Alright, we lightning strike you. Goodbye, Blaine. For now, for now, for now. That sword looks more human than our sword. Well, our sword has a body. The Orange Special! Revenant on Revenant violence. Seahawk flag plus Igo plus orange skill equals Ponage Incarnate. Are you gonna kill Chickson to show off Gil? I actually have a Gil save state, so that's the current plan. Is Gil save state moment. I don't think he's showing up this run. Probably not. It's not like killing Chickson would be hard, but it would cost a deployment slot. And I'm not sure that I'll, like, you know, have a deployment slot to spare. I don't even know what Gil would add. Yeah. No 0% Gil. Chickson is more useful. Chickson is the unit that we benched for this chapter. But that doesn't mean, I agree, that doesn't mean, like, he won't come back. Like I said last stream, with the route split coming up, anyone who hits the bench is, like, genuinely, quite possibly gonna come back, you know? Destroy their livelihood? Knock knock, we are relieving you of property in the name of Prince Jeziel. You're obviously the Seahawks. No, we're not. Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler, let's go! Aged Wine, not Adam Sandler, let's go! Saving durability. Goodbye, Big Bird. Destroy their livelihood? We're the Gald Galans, and if there's one thing we love doing, it's stealing stuff. Do you seriously think I'll believe a lie that obvious? We're still stealing your stuff. Let's go! Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler! Oh, no wine this time. Damn. That's so sad. Okay, we got this one, we got this one. $23 AS, $27 AS, 23 to 0 puts her at 10, 27, 17, that kills her. Okay, so we go here instead. Pasta needs 5 minutes to cook. 10.75k gold in one turn. Yeah, you know, it's pretty ethical, I think. The ethics are, I win. Uncut gems is 5k? Yes. Oh, John has some new friends. This is why the merchant class should have their own personal army. Is this safe for Zeo? Be 17 defense and res. $15 AS. So no one doubles him. This should be safe. We could just say, fuck it, we ball. We do have 5 turn wheels. Let's just, you know, fuck it, we ball. Let's just find out. Rawr! I love the Rosetta map. You get Bobby. Bobby keeps showing up to mock me. He mocks me in my dreams. Banana, banana, banana. Oh, we get a peg now. I didn't realize we'd hit 20. Bobby is in the house on OP Arc Sages. I'm pretty sure I burned your pasta. Wait, are 2 people that are making food for each other currently speaking in chat? If so, that's awesome. Epic chatter moment. Okay. So Locust runs away. She bravely runs away. We missed content because we didn't see Quilan's post-map promo convo. Yeah, I'll be honest. I am fine with that. I want a flyer on this map. Yeah, Zio's fine. Zio's fine. John will also be fine. This is my first time catching your streams. Welcome, Reese. How are you? Or Reese. I don't know whether you pronounce it Riss or Reese. Apparently, most people pronounce that name Riss. Or most people pronounce it Reese. My cousin, who's named that, pronounces it Riss, which is why I pronounce the Fire Emblem character that way. But then everyone yells at me and says, it's a real name! And I'm like, I know it is! But it's my cousin's name! It doesn't matter at all if you see them or not. You'd rather promote on map anyways, but I like that they're in the game. Yeah, we saw one of Quilan's because we didn't promote her first time. And we saw Krynya's because we didn't promote Krynya first time either. I think the ability to promote on map is a cool addition though. I like that it's there. Telescope you. Reese. It's the Welsh spelling. I'm not Welsh. It's one of the reasons I realized I'm trans. I don't know about a girl name, but maybe Hilda. I'm half German. Hilda's a pretty name. I do like Hilda as a name. Congratulations, by the way. Self-realization is always good. Inevitable fate. God, his fucking personals go so hard. I love the Teether Krillin sprite. Yes, I agree. It's awesome. Going from one Fire Emblem character to another. It is kind of inevitable, the Fire Emblem of it all, you know? Impending Doom you. My dead name isn't a Fire Emblem character. Danny isn't a Fire Emblem character, and I don't think my dead name is either. Oh, fuck, wait. I forgot, she only dances herself, not others. 1, 2, 3, we can fix this. Now they're buffed for the Ellerie refresh. Not a misplay, just trust. Well, that's what this is. Oh, she doesn't get Kanto Plus. She just gets wings. Okay. Weapon triangle disadvantage, who cares? Harpoon is just that good. Flying but not a mount. Yeah, flying but not a mount is the reason. Inevitable fates! Inevitable. Inevitable fate! Inevitable. I won't be a failure. So we get the odd device. Oh, it's mana cubes. Well, that's pretty cool. This tower don't topple. Holy shit, he doubles. Mana cubes is probably better than liqueur. Yeah, we haven't given out any stat boosters yet. We gotta visit this house, but then we should be good to go, right? We visited everywhere else, right? The vendor and armory aren't visit spots, they're selling points. Mana cubes are just sugar cubes and mana juice is also sugar. The implication that magic relies on stat boosters that are just straight up sugar? Alright, and now the funny forecast. Astra with 34 damage apiece. Thanks for the pasta cactus. All the livelihoods got destroyed. Worth it. Today's war crime, destroying livelihoods. Also fratricide. Oh, and the guard is here too.